for today, we are going to be doing a logo design, and from my handy one pager of sketches, I have multiple sketches that I've already done, which I always like to do, and I recommend all designers do it, is just sketch it on paper first, because it's going to save you so much time. And there's two of these logos that I want to design, and the first one is this little guy right here, right? And then the second logo are these three up here. Kind of want to do a monogram style, and my goal is to do it under 6 seconds. Let's see if I could do that. Let's start with our letter H for first logo, and I want to make it thick, right? And the reason why I wanted to go with this first logo here is because they're called Herizon Builders. So and they also want to look professional and kind of get into the commercial work too, and not just residential. So because of that logo, I wanted to resemble like a building, like the H is the roof and the rest are just like the glass and sidings. So that's kind of what I'm trying to aim for. I like using Gotham because Gotham is bold. And if you are a designer, I always recommend duplicating it. Okay, because sometimes the undo button is not enough. So let's go ahead and transform this, because I want it to look flat like a roof. And this is just kind of, the thing about design is you just gotta plug and play. And I also don't want it to look too much like an I, but it's still kind of like readable like an H. I think this is looking good. I think this is good. Let's do 26. And then I'm gonna now start creating the layering effects, kind of like that building that I was talking about. So let's go ahead and create that. Sometimes when you're designing, you're just trying to guess how to work things out. There is always never a right or wrong way to design things. I'm gonna change this color so I know what I'm doing. Everyone has different methods and techniques. Do what's working for you. Because some designers might be looking at me and be like, Bert, you're doing the most. This is how you do it. You know what? You are right. I'm going to do it my way. Okay, so I'm going to bring this closer. As you can kind of see, I'm trying to create that Gestalt 3D looking feel. So I'm going to duplicate this red one down here, but I'm going to change that to green so I know my layerings. Don't want to make it too thick, and watch if I'll show you what I mean. And let's go to the skeleton mode. I like calling it that, or outline mode. And as I connect the dots here, you're gonna start seeing it come to life. Okay, let's make this black. It's not looking too shabby. Same thing on this side. The goal is 6 minutes or less. Let's see if I could do that. I don't know how I feel about connecting this to the H, but let's see how that looks. And then I'm gonna connect this here, 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 and bam. Okay, watch. Let's see how this looks. Ooh. You see what I'm doing here? Let me show you. This is what it should look like. Delete that. Oh, see? Do you see that? See that right there? See that? We're getting close. Now I just have to duplicate this guy down one more so it looks like it's layering like that. Yep. 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 Like that. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's see. What happens if I just delete these over here? How does that look? What do you guys think? Should I keep those lines? Is it too much stripey? Too much stripe? I think it's a little too much stripe. So let me also just delete these guys right here to balance it out. Watch like this. Like that. Abstract. Gestalt. I think this is pretty cool. Okay. Ooh. Okay, we got this one done. Let me just now go ahead and write in Herizon Herizon Builders. Make these smaller. Go up here. See, look at that. This is already looking nice. Herizon Builders. Okay, let's keep going. Now let's do the monogram. There's the HB. Again, duplicate. The monogram is this guy right here. Just gonna re-show you guys. All right. So I kind of want the B to come close like this. I kind of want it to look seamless, like a seamless integration of the B. So it could already, just gonna give you a quick concept look. Let me make this a white box. So it's gonna look something like this. You see that? But it's not aligned really well. You see that gap right here? It's not aligned really well. And you see how seamless it really looks. But I don't really like the way that looks too much because it looks weird. It looks too elongated and it's too thick for me. So I'm gonna actually make it skinnier. See, this is why I like doing it on paper first, because on paper I already know exactly what I'm doing and how to kind of design that. And let's go ahead and start manipulating things. I know that I want the H to be skinnier like that. And I want the B to be a little skinnier too, because I don't really like how this white space is a bit elongated. Skinny like that. Nice. But then you can already tell that this stroke here is already skinnier than the H here. So I'm actually going to have to manipulate it like this. So I just have to get rid of this because I already have this B right here replacing this stroke here. So we can just go ahead and remove this. Bam. Nice. But then again, it doesn't line up too well here. See that line mark? So I'm just gonna have to again get rid of this stroke, and that's fine. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, right? Again, like there is no right or wrong way to do things. Let me just divide these two like that. I want to share a story to you designers out there who are starting your career, or anyone who's skill based. My humbling days as a I don't know what's going on my tongue. My humbling days as a designer, right? So this isn't to brag or to be prideful, but it's to share this success story and hoping you find inspiration in this as well. Is that I remember the first day of school when I went to class, all my classmates were talking in this language, like they were singing PSD, AI, InDesign, Photoshop, Adobe. I'm like, what in the world are they talking about? So apparently all of my classmates were already familiar with the Adobe Suite programs and I wasn't. So I felt really dumb. I felt really ashamed because I had no idea what they were talking about. So I couldn't even be part of the conversation. So what I ended up doing was I wanted to fit in and I wanted to sound like them. So I ended up for a whole month, every day after class for 4 hours, I would spend time in the computer lab learning the Adobe programs, especially Illustrator, Photoshop, and InDesign, just so I can understand their language, so I can have conversations with my friends, okay? And the thing was that it was free at school because I had to pay for the programs, and I'm a broke college student. I ain't got money for that, right? So every day after school, I would spend hours learning the Adobe program. Man, I was so stressed. It was like learning something entirely new, and that is super stressful, right? So, because I wanted to, I don't know, I'm going on a tangent here, but I need to create this seamless arch. Bam, like that. Nice. Okay, going back to the story. So, I finally understood all the programs, and I understood how to use the programs. And what did I end up doing? I finally was able to have conversations with my friends and kind of start fitting in a little bit. And because of that, 6 years later, the hard work that I put in, I would have never imagined for this to happen, was that I was awarded and I got recognized as one of the 32 brightest young minds in the advertising industry by the Advertising Federation of Minnesota. I never have expected that. And when I got awarded that, I think back to my freshman days where I'm like, Man, I remember sitting in that room. I felt so dumb. I felt such a beginner. And fast forward 6 years later, I got recognized this by creating award-winning campaigns. That's amazing. So those of you watching as a designer or work on your craft, trust the process. Be patient. How bad do you want it? Work hard, because at the end of the day, it's gonna pay off in the long run. Because for me, it definitely did. So that's a little snippet of my early journeys for you and my win. And hopefully you find inspiration in that as well. So let's dive back into my logo design. I know that was a lot of chit chatting, but I said 6 minutes. So let's see if we can do this under 6 minutes. I don't know. We'll see. What am I doing here? Y'all see what I'm doing here? Watch. Oh, I don't need to do that. See? Let me cook here for a second. I know what I'm doing, okay, guys? I know what I'm doing. I just need to finesse a couple things. Okay, there we go. Watch. Bam. Look at that. Nice. Look at that. It's coming in nicely. So because Herizon Builders, they are a construction business, I also wanted them to have that little hint of construction in home. So I'm gonna create a little roof right here. I'm just gonna make sure I'm able to control that. So let me go ahead and create a little roof right here. And the reason why I wanted to create a square to hold the base was because if I just did it like this, that's kind of weird and I can't really control it. But I want to be able to control just this part right here. See that, how it connects? So that I could go like this and I could go like this. So I don't have to worry about anything. Trying to find the same space here, and here, and here. And watch. I'm going to zoom back out. Bam! See, look how beautiful that is. The H is a little too far. Let me make it closer. Here is good. See, look how beautiful that is. HB. Just like that, I have 2 beautifully designed logos. Look at that, team. Herizon Builders. If you want to know which concept my client ended up going with, take a look at my case study below in my portfolio. Go ahead and look at my full rebrand from pattern, color, logo design to the beautiful car wrap, which was super fun. So what do you think? Which logo concept was your favorite? Let me know your thoughts.